you take, you know, the love of my life.
On the day of his girlfriend's supposed funeral, Teo played football. After the game, Notre Dame's football coach, Brian Kelly, actually awarded the game ball to the girl we now know doesn't exist.
I want to award this game ball to Lynette. And I'd like Manti to have this ball to take back to Hawaii.
Teo told his coaches about the hoax on December 26. Notre Dame kept the truth under wraps, despite the fact that the media was still telling the story leading up to the national championship game.
From the outset, we established a parameter that this was Manti's story to tell. We wanted to know it would be told. We wanted to know at the appropriate time when it would be told, but that it was his to tell.
Many people, including one of the reporters that broke the hoax story, doesn't think Teo's story adds up.
Teo's story that he's a completely innocent in this doesn't really shake through with us.
What still isn't clear is why didn't Manti Teo ever mention that he'd never actually met Lene when talking about how much he loved her? How did the story about how they first met at a football game start? And if it wasn't true, why didn't he correct it? And how could he have been so in love with someone he'd never actually met face to face?
You know, I think as Manti tells his story, you'll see the same thing I saw, that it does fully line up.
I mean, clearly, we still need to hear from Manti Teo about this, but there are so many questions. Ted raised them right there. From the very beginning, there was the story about how they met. It was written that they gazed at each other after a game in California. Well, that doesn't appear to have happened. And then, you know, how could this have gone on for so long?
You know, I take issue with the university having known as early as they did, and that they didn't come out and say, look, we're investigating this, or there's a separate entity investigating this. But this story seems to be a hoax here. Yet they, you know, I just don't get it. And there are so many questions. You're absolutely right. We've been talking about it all morning long. Did he ever really meet this woman?
Well, he did. He never met her.
Yeah.
She didn't exist,
well,
and
no,
she did die.
But did he say that he met her, or was it that just, you know, information that was circulating based on what somebody thought they heard? So many layers.
There's questions about honesty. There's also a lot of questions about journalism here. We will be talking about this for days to come.
And what will the outcome be also, right?
Oof. All right, we do have some other news right now, including winter storm warnings in today from Mississippi.